What's up, my fine tethered friends? I'm Tom,
I'm Galen.
and these are your 15 minutes of FUME. Ta-da! Brought to you by the good people at Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab, who are us. And in some cases, you are them. Do you know what day it is today?
I've heard that it's Friday.
It
Is that true?
It is Good Friday.
Ooh, nice.
It's like the Good Friday for the infinite dad joke of what's so good about it.
Oh.
But you know what that means is that Sunday is Easter.
Oh, so that's what's good about it.
And you know what Easter means?
Rabbit.
Rabbit, singular.
Just like the rabbit.
Rabbit. Another Us reference. That's good. No, it means candy.
Oh.
Do you know why I have drifted us down this long segue to nowhere?
Are you introducing me to the Easter Bunny?
No, I am the
Thank
Easter
God.
Bunny.
Ah!
Today we are just going to skim through a handful of the box of chocolate perfumes from the Lupercalia 2020 collection.
Oh, that's why we're doing this. See, I'm playing dumb.
You're very good at it.
I didn't crash.
Not quite every year, but relatively often in our Lupercalia collection, we include a box of chocolates collection. These are perfumes that you are not allowed to eat. I don't care how good they smell, but they're inspired by different confections, different truffles, like the idea of a constantly expanding assortment of delicious treats, including some that you would never really find in real life, involving ingredients such as gunpowder or oak bark, unless you go to a much fancier chocolatier than I do, in which cases, good luck to you.
Why are you eating gunpowder?
Just don't eat it. We only have 5 of these here in the home, but we're going to smell them and let you know what we think. Sound good to you?
That sounds good.
We don't actually have much in the way of fancy chocolate in the house, so this is maybe a godsend.
This is it.
This is it. So I love doing these because all of the notes are on the label. I don't have to have my computer or my phone. I don't have to read on my screen.
Yeah.
So the first one we have is the CACAO-DUSTED Rose Petals.
Ooh.
2 classic scents. Here, you can turn the bottle
now
on.
cohabiting.
Yeah, just thrust in an elevator together for 12 hours, and we'll just see what happens. It's a really bright red rose petal.
Oh, it sure is.
In the bottle, again, on the skin, we're going to skin test these, and we'll see how they change. For me, the cacao dust is sort of drifting sort of in the margins of the scent picture. And that rose petal is just like, I don't want to say like brassy because that sounds wrong, but it's just like it's like a trumpet blast, like
I'm a rose.
yeah, it's very what kind of rose would that smell like? It's almost like a dried rose, you know, as opposed to like the luscious, fresh, wet rose. This is more like
rose petals.
yeah, I guess that's
Dry
maybe
rose petals. What's number 2?
Number 2 is Belgian chocolate, black pepper, whiskey, and bourbon vanilla.
Whoa.
That's a lot. For example, though, black pepper, not a traditional truffle ingredient, but in a perfume, though, let me tell you.
Whoa.
Okay.
Well, that's rich.
It's so rich and creamy and boozy, and then, yes, there is that spice that is, instead of like the clove spice or carnation spice like we've had in a few recent smells, this is much more like of an achu spice.
Yeah. Fresh zing.
Yeah. Which is great because there's like a lovely contrast in there. It's like so smooth and mellow, and then there's just this like ha-cha!
Yeah, black pepper.
Like a karate chop right to the nose. Whew.
That's
I'm getting
very
all
nice.
of the notes though. The bourbon, vanilla, chocolate, what else is there? Whiskey. Yeah. Pepper. Whew, okay.
It's rich and boozy.
It does remind me of those Belgian chocolate trays that I used to get at Cost Plus when I was a kid in Arizona that were shaped like the seashells, which I thought was like the fanciest thing a human could aspire to. Because they were like the first quote-unquote Belgian chocolates I think I ever ate. Number 3, we've got dark chocolate and dried red fruits. I like tilting the label toward the camera so you can zoom way in there, past all of my fine lines, and right into the label and read it for yourself. Dark chocolate and dried red fruits. What are the red fruits in question? I have no idea.
They sure are dry, aren't they?
Let's see if we can figure out. I do love the dark chocolate here. There's like a dark, nutty kind of quality to the chocolate. And as for the fruits, I mean, they're there and they're red and they are dried. I want to say there's like a cherry.
Maybe? I cannot
maybe
tell
like
what kind of...
maybe a cranberry. I think somebody asked online if there was strawberry in there for like reasons related to allergies or something, and I might have reported back from Elizabeth that there were none. But then what the hell is in there? Number 4, I have for you cocoa and oak bark.
Whoa.
You're going to be picking the oak bark out of your teeth when you eat this truffle. Okay, you want to take... There you go.
Okay, nice. Nice and woodsy.
You know what? It is... it reminds me of... It's like that dusty autumn sitting in a leaf pile situation.
You're eating chocolate, I guess.
I'm not getting tons of chocolate in this.
I am. It's there, but it's... I think that the oak bark is standing out more in the bottle.
Yeah.
The chocolate is blending in.
It's also interesting because the oak bark is kind of a warm smell, and in this situation, like you're in the sun, and the chocolate part is more of like a cool smell. So they're kind of a nice contrast. Okay, the last one is banana cream, black coconut, and raw chocolate. If I'd known, I would have dressed up for it. Wow.
I smell banana.
Yeah. So I know from experience with the lab's banana perfumes, of which there are legion, that often that in the bottle, like powerful, wet, pulpy banana often burns off, and I'm curious to see what is underneath here, because mostly I'm getting a lot of banana, although with the chocolate, again, it's kind of like a cool... This one, I think I said this when we got the bottles originally, it reminds me of those frozen banana pops that you would make in the freezer.
Yeah.
It's like a nice, cool, sweet scent. Wow. That must be also the coconut in there, too, because it gives it kind of like that, like, chill vibe. Okay. So we're going to try these on, and then we'll just see what we get out of it. The tension is so thick, I could cut it with a tension cutter. All right. Number 1, what was that?
CACAO-DUSTED rose petals.
CACAO-DUSTED rose petals.
I'm still smelling rose.
It's very robustly rosy. I have to remember not to talk through my arm.
Not complaining, though, because I do like a rose.
Oh, I love a rose.
This is really nice.
I always say that rose is one of those classic scents that you just have to be one of those people. Like, it's like wearing pearls to a dinner party or a veil to a funeral, you know? It's like rose perfume is just like the gold standard of that bitch. And this one, it reminds me a little bit of the Pink Fuzzy Handcuffs, which was a vanilla rose, and this is the cocoa-dusted one instead. But the sweetness... cutting through the kind of like a dry, almost like acrid rose petal scent is really comforting.
Yeah, I really like this.
I like it more on the skin than I liked it in the bottle. Okay, I could hang out there for a while. I've got nothing else to do. But let's move on to number 2, which is what?
Number 2 is Belgian chocolate black pepper whiskey and bourbon vanilla. It's mostly turned into a whiskey kind of scent on me. I guess the chocolate is still there, but...
Overall, it's kind of like a, like the boozy pepper situation. It's not, like, the chocolate is kind of a smooth, mellow base that the other scents are kind of like having a little sword fight on. It's a really lovely place to hang out. It is definitely peppery.
Yeah.
If you're into that.
Sharp zing.
Yeah.
Of pepper.
But it doesn't have that kind of like frightening quality that, like, for example, when we did the Harpy Solano from Last Unicorn that had the horseradish note, you know, like, we're not, the phasers here are set to stun and not kill. Or maybe just to, like, the phasers are set to lightly amuse. And I'm not sneezing. The pepper definitely gives it, it sounds weird to say it like an herbal quality, but, like, definitely pulls it out of the realm of just, like, the strictly, like, cozy foodie situation. Am I wrong?
I guess it on me. It's mostly just I smell whiskey. Yeah. So.
Number 3.
Number 3 is dark chocolate and dried red fruits.
Okay, let's see if we can figure out these fruits. The riddle of the fruits. Starring me and you. Ooh. Okay, so it is much more boldly fruity on the skin for me.
Yeah. Can you tell what kind of fruit it is?
Very red fruits.
I can't tell.
I can see your dried red fruits.
Everyone will.
Maybe, I want to say pomegranate. Is that crazy?
I don't think it's that crazy.
Oh, good. For a moment, I was feeling a little crazy.
Pomegranate would make sense. It's not raspberry.
It could be raspberry. And maybe a cranberry, I think.
I'm leaning more towards the cranberry, because when you said that earlier, I was like, that sounds like it could be it.
But it is really like, unlike with the rose petals, which it does have that kind of like sharp cacao, the dried red fruits is really like a really smooth and sweeter, like less tart situation than I was expecting. It's just like kind of red and quietly fruity in that way that only a dried fruit can be. What have we got with number 4?
We've got cocoa and oak bark.
Ooh, let's get in there. See if we can root around for any grubs. This is like a very dry, unsweetened chocolate for sure.
Yeah.
Which I love it, smelling it almost more than I love eating it. And I'm a dark chocolate fan, but there's something like it's the really nice, it's again that kind of nutty, earthy quality. With the oak bark, I think, kind of sprinkled on top of it more aromatically. So it's funny when something like in another blend, oak bark would be like maybe like a dark, heavier note, and in this case, it's just kind of more aloft. And it has like its own spicy, peppery quality also.
Yeah.
It's that dusty bark smell.
Yeah.
Not like a wet, fresh bark at all. This is more like bark from the ground that you push in your nose. Which...
Don't do that. I've told you not to do that.
It smells so good.
Don't put bark in your nose.
I'm putting this bark all the way in my nose. And number 5?
Number 5, which I did not try on because of the banana. Banana cream, black coconut, and raw chocolate.
Oh, you didn't try it on?
No, because I figured it would drive me crazy.
Oh, you want to smell it on me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. This is what you get when you mess with
That's some banana cream. The coconut is there too. I'm smelling like, it smells kind of...
It's almost more
fruity and tropical.
Coconutty on me right now than it is banana-y. As expected, the banana has singed away. Mm-hmm. It takes flight. It's like runs right out the door first thing.
Coconut's all in the spotlight.
And if the chocolate is there, it's again in that it's the raw one, so it's more of that nutty,
yeah,
almost like botanical chocolate, and not like a product of industrial capitalism. So that's all we've got, literally, from this collection to smell. There are a bunch more. There's hair gloss, bath oil, and atmosphere sprays on the site, which I look forward to trying when we're out of quarantine. But if anyone has smelled those, please describe them to us in great detail, and we will sniff the screen.
We'll pretend.
We'll just pretend. That's all for this week. Thank you, everyone, for watching. 15 minutes of FUME. Drums, 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 drums in the ceiling.
So many drums. Oh my god, what are we doing?